So this is the new to me GMC 2500. If you've been following the YouTube channel, you know we got this not too long ago. We bought it specifically for the channel because I needed a little bit more towing capacity so I could pull things like this around to make content, drag stuff like this home on a trailer to make content, all the other stuff you see in the background, that wood, that lumber. Firewood's probably going to go somewhere, boat parts, you just never know. I needed something with more towing capacity, so an upgrade from the 1500 I had. This has a 6-liter gas in it, and since I've had this truck, I haven't done an oil change yet, and I haven't really been underneath to explore anything, and we've got a weird noise. I kind of want to investigate and see what we got going on. So let's just start with the oil change. Magic lever. It's a pretty clean engine overall. There's not any leaks or anything crazy going on. I do have a small little coolant coming out of the bottom side of that hose right there, but I'm betting a fella can just tighten up that hose clamp and take care of that. As far as anything else goes, she looks pretty good under here. She really does. Okay, before we drain the oil, we probably ought to make sure the filter we picked up is actually going to fit. Come here, bud. Come here. Thank you. Filter's right. No, I lost it again. Oh, right here. Let's make sure. She's pretty clean under here too. Honestly, she doesn't look bad. I'm gonna go give all the U-joints a little shimmy and shake as well. Oh yeah, we're golden there, bud. All right, well, let's get her drained. How you doing? You doing all right? Gravel? No, I like it. I installed soft gravel. Get some cardboard, Mike. I don't just have a cardboard warehouse laying around. Well, let's see. I guessed a 14, but I don't really know. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it where you're at. Oh no, not a 14. Good thing I grabbed the next one, which is a 15. Beautiful. That's called being prepared. It's something I'm trying. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it or not, though, honestly. Takes the excitement out of the day. There we go. Hopefully something comes out of here. All right. All right. Saw this neat trick where a guy put like a solo cup on that oil filter when he took it off so it didn't get all over his hand. That's pretty slick. Get off there. Thank you. I don't know though. I think the oil keeps your skin soft. Nah, that's probably not good for you. Just steal a little bit of that right there, if you don't mind. Thank you. You gonna let it drain all the way, Mike? Oh, yeah, always. To the last drop. Wipe that off. Lovely. There. That way I hate myself next time. Okay. Get rid of that. I lost the plug, fellas. Now I got it. Click. Okay. Got a case of oil. It doesn't take that much. But where we're at anyway, for me, it's cheaper to buy a case of quarts versus buying by the gallon. This is 5W30, according to the magic storyteller right there. Can you see it from the glare? I wish they would put the oil type and the capacity. Somebody's gonna tell me something like, look up, it's on the hood, but I don't know. It's probably in the manual. We're not much into reading on this channel though. Of course, you gotta do the math on how much you miss. They should make like a cone-shaped object with a hole in the bottom of it. Fire it up here in just a second and we can listen to that sound, but before we do, let me snug this little hose clamp up. Oh, she could probably afford a snug or two. I'll wipe that down really good so that if she does leak on us, we'll notice. And if it still leaks after tightening that up, then we may have to replace that hose or maybe put a T-bar style hose clamp on there that holds pressure a little bit more evenly. But let's fire this thing up, make sure nothing comes shooting out of the bottom side, and we'll listen to this sound up here. I'm sure you hear that sound. Now these 6.0 gases have a reputation for lifters being an issue. And when I first heard that, I was concerned that it might be a lifter issue. And I was talking to a buddy and he said check your exhaust manifolds. They're known to have some leakage as well. Hey, look at that. Right on the dots. That's what I like. So anywho, there is right here on this first one, I can feel exhaust coming out, and this is the side it sounds like. And if I put my hand down on this bolt right here, you can't see it. Right here, I don't know if you can tell, probably not. But I'm turning that. So fingers crossed that's all that noise is. Those are supposed to be 18 pounds. They're supposed to be 2 passes Don't quote me on this. Look it up if you're doing it. But I think it's 13 pounds the first pass, center towards the out, and then 18 pounds on the second pass. We're just going to go ahead and jump right to the 18 pounds. And I'm just going to click them all just to make sure. And then we'll fire it back up and see if we got any difference. Now, the right thing to do would be pull the whole thing off, get both sides surfaced, and put a new gasket in. But we're not doing that. Looks like a fairly new gasket behind there as well, which makes me wonder if maybe somebody put that in and just did the first sequence. Maybe didn't do the second round at 18. Who knows? Not too concerned about it. That side was the same way, but starting from the back, coming forwards. So let's fire it up and see if she sounds any different now. It still has a very slight tick at idle. But when you get into it, when you get into it, it was very noticeable. The more you got into it, the louder it got. Before, when you'd get into the throttle, she'd really ramp up. And it was really obnoxious and very noticeable. But now you get into the throttle, you don't hear anything at all. There's just a little bit of that slight tick at idle, and I'm not concerned about that. I think we're okay. The other thing I want to do while I'm down here, since I got it, I'm going to give all my drive shafts a shake, make sure all my U-joints are looking okay. And I've never really been under this thing. But for the most part, I mean, she's got a little rust, but she's a 2006, bud, with 180,000 miles. And overall, she's pretty clean under here. So I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. And, oh, that looks like some fine custom welding, but I'm not so sure now there's something. Well, it's not something that we can't fix ourselves. Not too concerned about that at the time being. Yeah, there's been some MIG work down here for sure. Worried about this. Let's give him some shake, and if we find some grease zerks, we'll give him a few pumps. Pretty good, really. Carrier bearing's not the best right now. They all feel pretty good, and this is the only one I see with the grease zerk on it. So we'll give her a few pumps. Everything else is looking as expected. I mean, I paid $6,500 for the thing. I didn't buy it new off the lot, so I got no complaints. Normally, and I'm by no means a mechanic. We've talked about it, right? I'm not a mechanic. I just can't afford one. But whenever I've replaced parts, normally the OEM stuff is not greasable. Normally it's sealed. Normally it's going to be your replacement parts that have grease zerks on them. So that tells me that they probably replaced this U-joint at one point. I'm going to fire it up and crank the wheels. I'm going to take a gander at these ball joints and tire rod ends real quick. Clean that off so we're not pumping a bunch of junk down in there. Well, get on her, bud. There we go. Put a few pumps in there. The boot right here, whenever I grease these, I just grease them until I see that balloon up a little bit, just like that did. I don't want to force, in my opinion, I don't want to force any grease out around that thing because I don't want to break that seal. So I just pump it until that balloons up a little bit, and then I call her good. Kind of curious how you guys do it, though, and what you were taught. There you go, super short and simple and to the point. Quick oil change, a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of inspection, a little bit of problem solving on the 2500. It has been a great truck so far for the channel, and I bet we'll get quite a bit more use in it. If that ticking keeps ticking, we'll just let it tick until it goes boom, and then we'll rebuild it. I do have the boat trailer listed for sale right now as is, and I'm just going to leave it listed for sale until I actually start on the project, in case you were following that. So if someone buys it as is, great. One less thing I got to do and a little bit of money, and I have sold some of the boat parts on eBay already, so it's already making me money, and I'm pretty excited about it. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos on the Facebook. If you want to see the longer videos of the bigger projects, hop over to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.